Hey, how's it going, everybody? You guys are watching Some For All, a place where you can watch some My Hero Academia CCG videos for all of you amazing people around the world. Now look guys, first and foremost, we're at 33 subscribers. Thank you so much to all my new subs. Love you guys, and we're so close to 50 subscribers, and I really hope that I can hit it before the game comes out. So if you're not already subscribed and you're watching this video, make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure to share with a friend, because the more people that see it, the more it encourages me to continue to make that content for all y'all amazing people around the world. Without further ado, let's talk about Tenya Iida. Now, if you guys watched one of my previous videos where I talked about the characters that I'm most excited for in set 1, you guys will know that Tenya Iida wasn't on that list. Now, if you guys want to check out that video, you could check it in the card in the top right. But after checking out some of the cards for Tenya Iida in the character intro, link will be in the description, I'm extremely excited to play this guy and to build a deck around Tenya Iida. I actually think he's going to be really strong, and if he's not, I'll be extremely surprised. Now, some of you Universes veterans, some of you that have played the standard format for years and years, maybe you guys can let me know on the terms of power scale how good Tenya Iida is and how he might fit in the standard format. But for My Hero Academia only, from the cards that we've seen so far, I'm loving this Tenya Iida card. Now, in the anime and manga, Tenya Iida is focused on speed, right? His quirk allows him to go fast using the jets in his legs and his quads. Now, the way that they translate that into this card game is allowing Tenya Iida to react first, or to be faster than the opponent. And because of that, it's almost like a little bit of a control style type of deck. Now, for me, whenever I play card games, I either like to play decks that are extremely aggressive, like burn decks, or like decks that just have ruthless aggression, poor defense, but they just overwhelm your opponent with a slew of offense that you can put out. Or I like playing a control deck where I just really annoy my opponent and then control the game to my advantage. I feel like this Tenya Iida card is actually a really good control character card, and I feel like some of his abilities are really going to have to make your opponent change the way that they play the game. So in terms of his hand size and vitality, it's pretty standard 6 and 24 setup, 6 and 28 setup in terms of hand size and vitality. But let's take a look at his first response effect. It's once per turn, and thank God it's once per turn, because if it wasn't, it would be absolutely disgusting. But it's once per turn, and after an attack is played, it gets +3 speed or -3 speed. In my opinion, this is amazing, right? Just right off the bat. So if you play an attack, you can boost it up to +3, so it's more difficult for your opponent to block. But then if your opponent plays an attack, you can minus it by 3 speed, and it's easier for you to block, easier for you to pass your control checks in order for you to block the attack. Now, if this is your attack, so if you're playing your attack, your opponent, your rival, commits 1 foundation each time they play an enhanced ability during the enhanced step, which means that they have to use resources to play their enhanced effects. If they are at that point where they can no longer commit foundations, they effectively cannot use their enhances, which puts you in a really good position. You're basically locking them out or forcing them to use resources. Like I said, thank God it's once per turn, but the fact that you have that ability on top of having the +3 speed or -3 speed is really good, because you can really stop those really powerful attacks, or really boost up your own and get that really good +3 speed and make it even more difficult for your opponent to block. Now, in terms of the second ability, the response, after your rival plays an attack, you may play the first enhanced ability during the enhanced step. What does this mean? So in Universes, when you are the attacker, you get to have the first enhanced step. Well, not if you're facing Iida, because Iida can choose. It's not a must, but he can choose. You may play the first enhanced ability during the enhanced step, which means that Iida can now have full control on how the enhanced step is going to go. And the reason why I say that is because he has access to cards like Fulfilled My Duty. And in the enhanced step, you can destroy this foundation and you end the enhanced step. So your opponent can go for an attack. Maybe they have a whole bunch of effects they want to use to pump it up, and you just go like, oh hell nah. I respond to my Iida to make it so I have the first enhanced step, and in the first enhanced step, I pop my Fulfilled Duty, and that ends the enhanced step, right? Your opponent now effectively has to play around your Fulfilled Duty. Fulfill My Duty. I think that's absolutely like amazing. I think that's so good. And then on top of that, he has cards like Natural Leader, where you can commit this foundation to give your mid attack or kick. So it could be any mid attack or kick attack, right? So any mid, it could be whether it's a kick, whether it's a punch, whether it's fury, whatever it may be. As long as it's a mid, it gets +2 speed, or any kick attack. So it could be a high, mid, or low. It gets +2 speed. So you can use that as a +2 speed along with your response, your first response effect once per turn to give it +3 speed. You're looking at a +5 speed ability. It's going to be really, really hard for your opponent to block that, right? They're going to have to commit a lot of cards. And now, if you take a look at the first enhance, so if you're playing an attack, or if it's your opponent's turn and you use your second effect, and then you're able to steal that first enhanced step effect, well, now guess what? Now you could use Natural Leader's second effect, where you commit this card and choose one of your rival's foundations. Abilities on that card cannot be played for the rest of this enhanced step. Now, keep in mind that both of these you have to commit. So you have to choose between which one, right? You can't use both. So if you have that first enhance, you have to choose if you want to basically shut off one foundation that your opponent has, or if you want, you can go ahead and have that extra level of speed. So again, you have the ability to control the playing field, whether you're on offense or defense. Do you see the trend here? Iida has the ability to choose whether he wants to play offensively or defensively, and I feel like that allows for a ton of flexibility. And I feel like it's going to be really fun trying to build a deck around this guy, because maybe some people might play Tenya Iida well balanced, like all arounder, like offense defense. Maybe some will play it more aggressively and try to take advantage of his speed, and maybe others will play a more grinded out type of game where they take advantage of disrupting your opponent and making it harder for them to actually get attacks put through. I love how much versatility this card has just in theory, and it just gets me excited thinking about it, and excited to like just play test this card. So lastly, the last card that we see here is Heroic Lineage. Now we are going to get some more card previews, and I will be making a part 2 to this video tomorrow once that comes out. But the last card that we have here is Heroic Lineage. Now, Heroic Lineage, once again, has 2 response effects that have to be committed. So you have to commit, you have to use one ability on this card if you are going to use it in terms of response to an effect. So the first one is, after your rival's attack receives a damage boost, it gets -3 speed. So it's even harder for them to do anything, right? We take a look at Iida's first effect again. After an attack is played, it gets -3 speed. Then on top of that, Heroic Lineage, you can make it so they get -3 speed. That's already -6, which is probably a lot of attacks in the game that aren't boosted. You should be able to get it down to probably 0, which means that you could effectively just block it with anything and you're chilling, right? Now, in terms of the second effect, on the offensive end, after your attack receives a speed bonus, give it +2 damage. And again, we can easily give our card speed bonuses through Natural Leader, right? Where we give a kick attack or any mid attack +2 speed. Right off the bat, we could trigger this response effect and give it +2 damage. Or we can use Iida's other ability where we give it +3 speed with the once per turn on the offensive end, and which will also give it a +2 damage boost over there as well. So as you guys can see, like I said, I sound like a broken clock, but Tenya Iida can be played offensively, can be defensively. He could be a jack of all trades, master of none. He could be offensively focused, defensively focused, and that's why I'm excited for this card, and I'm so excited to build a deck around this, guys. Man, this actually makes me so happy, because I had those characters in my video that I talked about before that I'm excited to build decks around. But the reason why I'm so passionate, the reason why I'm so excited is because there's characters that I don't even really like in the anime, but because this game is giving these cards such cool interactions and such cool effects, it just makes me love it even more, because now I'm not only going to want to build a deck or play a deck around those 4 heroes that I think that I really like. Now I'm probably going to want to play a whole bunch of things, right? I'm going to want to collect everything, because I'm going to want to be able to play every single type of deck. Guys, if you are as hype as I am, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think of Tenya Iida? Are you guys excited to use him in the My Hero Academia CCG only format? If you guys play in static format, how do you think he'll hold up? Do you think he's good there as well? Do you think he has some utility there as well? Or do you think he's going to be more on the My Hero Academia only side? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys are subscribed, but most importantly, guys, go plus ultra, man. You gotta go plus ultra. I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we hopefully get to take a look at some Tenya Iida attacks. See you then. Peace out.